Hello and happy Mardi Gras. Today is Tuesday, March, I keep doing the thing where I look at my watch and it's not there, March 4th, and today is Mardi Gras, which is a holiday we don't really celebrate here in Savannah, but I have been teaching my students about New Orleans second line music, which is the kind of music that you hear in like parades in New Orleans, and so because we've been learning about second line music, the French teacher kind of took it on. She's been talking about New Orleans and France, or not, and French and Creole and that kind of stuff. And then because we were near Mardi Gras, I got my principal to let us have a Mardi Gras parade through the school. So hence my outfit. I'm actually extremely festive. I'll turn the camera in a second and you can see I'm pretty proud of my outfit. It's very festive, but it's very fun. Also, the amount of people who didn't comment about my outfit really says something about the clothes that I wear to school. So there's that. But yeah, so I just got home from school. Originally my plan was to come home and film some videos, but I'm gonna be real honest. I paraded around the school with the kiddos, literally took them like on a lap through the entire school, and like just did all that on top of like the teaching, and then so I'm really like tired from that, and then there's a nasty storm rolling in, and I get headaches sometimes when we have nasty storms, so I have a really bad headache right now. So honestly, like between those two things, and then like my hair being frizzy because there's a storm, and I was like sweating earlier because I was marching around the school, I'm just like really not here for it. Ironically, one of the videos I was going to film was talking about balance, so this is a great little example of a time when sometimes you got to balance things a little bit differently than you think you need to, and that's okay. And also working ahead enough that you can do that, because I was like, if I don't film a video this week, it's not gonna kill anything. I have multiple channels, they're all good. So all of that to say, I decided instead, I was like, well, let me at least film a vlog, because that's something. Anyway, now that I'm not really doing that, I'm not totally sure what my plan is for right now. Over the next little bit, I know I'm going to go and do probably a really easy spin ride, because I am not in the mood for anything difficult. I know I need to eat at some point. I know I need to work on my Easter workbook. I am pretty close to finished. I finished the whole story aspect and like gotten those pages situated, so now I just need to add in like the fun stuff, and then I'll need to proof it and post it onto Kindle Direct Publishing. So that is on the docket for this week. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It just is what it is. So that's where we are. Here is my March bullet journal. I have not shown yet. Oh, I had tape in here that can move. Okay, so I went and saw Swan Lake with my mom, so I went with like a swan and lily pads theme, which I like. I don't think I executed it as well as I would have liked, but I like the colors. I think it's the swans. I was being a little bit too impressionistic, and I think that's the problem. So, and then I got here, and then on this side I put little stripes of color. I'm going to plan out my emails that I'm going to send every week, because I last month was thinking, man, I had like written them down, and then I put it in like a different notebook. I couldn't find it, and so it was a struggle. And then I made a third page with some like bucket list items, and then a reflecting page, because I've been reflecting on them. I did not set up the other pages. I have like a page where I can do like my memory keeping. I don't have one for that, but I should be able to put it on the next one I'm thinking. So that should be fine. I guess it depends on how much we do in March. If we only do a little bit, I could just stick it right here, but we'll see. In my last bullet journal, I would do like in between 2 months, so I'd do like March and April, but in April we're going to Disney, so I might need more than one page. So I don't know, we'll have to see how that goes, but that's my March thing. For March, I am finishing up some workbooks, so still same kind of thing. I have the Easter one. I have a series I've been working on where I've been releasing different products for like different stories in the Bible, and I need to finish them, and then I'm going to compile that series into at least 2, maybe 3 workbooks, like rearranging the pages basically. And those are the main things that I'm working on for March. And then my like side project is I do have a couple of music-y things that I'm using with my kiddos in class that I will work on a little bit, but making sure I keep my priorities in perspective. So that's what I'm up to. Originally, my plan was just to do the workbooks January and February. And so when I got to the end of February, and I was like, okay, I got halfway through my Easter one and I didn't do the other one that I've been working on the series for. And so I was like kind of at a crossroads of, okay, do I abandon that and do I work on other things like I plan to, or do I keep going with those until I finish them? And for this, I decided to keep going until I finish them, because the whole workbook thing is, do you know what I'm talking about? The whole workbook thing is an experiment that I have started around Christmas time. So I have the Christmas one, and then I have my Esther one I published in January, and I will link them down below. But they're experiments. I don't know if they're going to bring in any money or not. And so I was like, okay, if I just finish the Easter one and stop, then I only have one evergreen workbook. And so I'm like, that's not going to help me very much. And so I instead was like, let me get the other ones finished, the series I've been working on. And that way I at least I'll have Easter, I'll have Esther, and then I'll have the other one, possibly 2, possibly 3. We'll just see how many it turns out to be once I start putting things together. There's just different ways I can split it up. And so I was like, well, in that case, I'll have more, items. So I'll have better data versus, maybe just like nobody likes Esther, or they don't like the purple cover. And so I didn't want to assume it was working or was not working based on only one product, essentially, because the seasonal products only work during their seasons, right? Anyway, all of that to say, those are my goals for March. Let me show you my outfit. My room is not clean, but not messy. There's a bunch of floral all over the floor because I store the flowers in the top of the closet. And so I just pulled them out and threw them on the floor instead of actually putting them out in the house because it's springtime. Anna is freaking out and driving me crazy. And if I had to film while she was doing this, like a real video, I would be very grumpy. Okay, so here we go. Hello. This is a little dress I got off of Amazon. It's like a t-shirt dress, but it was a little bit short, so this is actually a skirt underneath it, and that worked out because I needed the green. So I had the green, and then it's like long enough that I felt comfortable, and then my gold shoes and my little Mardi Gras fascinator. Actually, everything I'm wearing other than my jewelry is all from Amazon. So I'll see what's still available. You probably don't need this, but I'll see what's available and link them down below. Anyway, so let's go change because I am dying to change. I have like 85 layers on, I feel like. Not 85, but I got like the skirt and then like the dress, and I actually have shorts underneath my skirt, so it's like shorts and then it's too much. Okay, let's go read a book. That's really the reason I want to spin. I just want to read my book. Here am I currently reading. This is my nonfiction book. It's all about entrepreneurship, so I'm about halfway through there. And Lady Macbeth's daughter, we're going actually this weekend to Atlanta, and we're seeing the symphony and the opera, and they're doing Macbeth. So I was low-key refreshing myself on the story with a completely different story, and I'm maybe 3/4 of the way. I only read fiction on the spin bike, though. That's my rule. Only one good for you thing at a time. Some days we come home and film. Other days we come home and read books and have a bubble bath. So there's your video about balance. Dinner/meal prep, I've been really wanting mac and cheese, so I saw these and thought I might try them out. We'll see how it goes. Feeling like a whole new person after spin and bath. And now cozy clothes for the gross weather outside. It's so bad that some of the counties around us have actually canceled school tomorrow. We have not. But hopefully that means we're not gonna have tornadoes. We shall see. I am just waiting for my food to cook. Here's Sunday's creation. Love the oil pastels. And then I shall eat, which will make me feel even better, I would assume. And then afterwards, I plan to get down to work. And now that I like chilled out for a while, I actually feel ready to get down to work versus when I first got home and I felt crazy, and the thought of sitting down and filming videos or doing any kind of work was not gonna happen. So sometimes just if you take the break, then you feel a lot better. And that's what I found, and that's why I've been changing my afternoon routine most days. Obviously filming is different because I need light, but most days I come home, I spin, I play piano, I cook, I clean, I eat, and then I get to work, because then I've like put some space between me. I've like gotten my body situated, got my brain situated, and feel a lot better. So let's get some food and do that. All right, here we have it. Found a recipe that had like, you like blend up cottage cheese and milk and then melt the cheddar in with it. So let us see. Hopefully this isn't disgusting, because hopefully it should be my lunch for the next 3 days. It's alright. Not amazing. It's alright. I did undercook it a tiny bit because I'm going to be reheating it, so I figured that would be better, but okay. Will I make it again? Probably not. Will it do for tonight? Yes. So I worked for about an hour. I got through just about everything. I think I might need to add like a few more pages, but I was kind of getting to that point where like brain's not really working anymore. And I was just kind of like, I just couldn't decide, and I was like, okay, well, an hour's passed. That's plenty of time. That's kind of, I try to do like an hour of work in the evening. So I was like, once we got to an hour, I was like, all right, it's fine. But I'm pretty close. Like in the next few days I should be done. Got some videos ready, and then came up and did a quick little springy bouquet painting just for fun. I was just looking for something I could do in like 20 minutes or less so that I didn't take too much time, and I have some paintings I like want to do, but I knew I didn't have time to like get a good bit done today, and so I just wanted to like get something done and accomplished. I need a little more like so that is my story here on this Tuesday. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I'll get up, I'll work out, I'll go to work. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I have choir after school, and it's our last rehearsal after our last concert, which is on Thursday. Hopefully the weather is okay. Hopefully we don't have any tornadoes or anything crazy. We shall see. Stay tuned. Hello, happy Wednesday. Today was Wacky Wednesday, and let me tell you, I understood the assignment. So instead of, normally I just go with like mismatched clothes. This time I went with holidays. So, because I was like, what's more wacky than wearing seasonal items out of the season? So I have candy cane socks for Christmas. Excuse me. Move. This dog. I have Halloween leggings. I'm wearing rain boots because the weather was gross today. I just wore one of my favorite dresses. I wear these all the time. And then St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day scarves. palm tree earrings for summer, even though we have palm trees, like literally the house next door has palm trees. And then a little French wintry beret situation. And then instead of wearing a sweater like I normally would, I put on this like open hoodie situation. So it's more of like exercise clothes instead of like work clothes. I feel like I kind of nailed it this time. So, you know, I don't know if that's good or bad. The art teacher who like I talk to all the time, we're like, you know, work besties, and she walked in my room this morning and I had my back to her and she was like, I thought you were a substitute, didn't even recognize you. And I was like, well, thank you. So that's what went down today. I just got home from choir. It's like 6:20. Wait, I did have one kid get picked up late, but her parents are usually like waiting on me to be done, and so they just forgot, and it was like, it's fine. Like literally, they're the ones I actually ran 5 minutes over, and I was like, oh my gosh, her parents are gonna be sitting there waiting for me, because they're always like ready, and so I was like, it's fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, so last real rehearsals tomorrow is our concert, and then we have like our party next week, and then we'll be done, which will be happy and sad. Happy because I will get my day of the week back, and I have, not that choir is stressful, but it's just one thing off the plate, so I don't have to worry about, you know, oh, what are we gonna do for rehearsal? I gotta make a plan, and I gotta, you know, make sure I send messages about this and messages about that, and I got to make sure that I, you know, today I was like making programs and printing things and coordinating with the band teacher, and so like I don't have to do any of that. So it's really nice to like get something off of my plate. So I'm glad that we did the final in March, since band was already, they had picked this day as their end day, and I was like, you know what, let's also do that as the end day, and then the musical's going till the end of April, so I was like, that'll be good, and we'll just kind of, you know, stagger off from there. So I will be happy for that. I'll also be sad because this car is really, really great. But actually last week I was like, y'all are so amazing, like you're the best choir we've ever had, and one of them was so sweet. She was like, that's because we have the best teacher. I was like, well, thank you. Hopefully that means my group next year will also be great, but we shall see. Anyway, I'm gonna go and take a shower, and then I'm gonna go make dinner. Make steak for dinner. I'm so excited. And then tonight after dinner, I'm not sure, I kind of had two things on my plan. I don't know, I might finish my Easter book because I was working on that earlier, and I like had to stop before I wanted to stop, so I still have a little bit of like, I've just been adding like puzzles and mazes and like those kind of things to it, and so I need to look through and see what else I need to add and what's good and all that. Or my other option is adding spring things to my Etsy shop, so looking through and seeing like, basically looking through my TBT shop, being like, okay, what spring stuff do I have in here, checking Etsy, and then if it's not listed there, then posting it in there to make sure, especially like spring printables, spring games, those kind of things. So that's what I'm looking at this evening. And yeah, so let me go take a shower because I now am sure I have hot hair, and we have a concert tomorrow. So I would like to look presentable for our last concert. I also have no idea what I'm wearing, so I should probably think about that too. Happy Thursday. I just got home, put in a nice 11-hour day at school because we had a concert tonight and it's over. Hallelujah. I'm really relieved. I'm also really sad. It's very bittersweet. They did a great job. They're so amazing. A little nervous about choir next year, but it's fine. It was really bittersweet that it was the last one, but they did such a good job. Just overall, a lot of weird things happened. I think I need to make like a pre-show checklist because there were just some strangeness. Some my fault, some not my fault, and just kind of things that like I probably could have avoided. For example, I got all the way out there, got the kids in their positions, and I was like, I don't have my binder with my music on it, because someone else had grabbed it and brought it to the room after we practiced, and I remember thinking, oh, I need to make sure I get that and take it back out because I didn't intend to bring it out to put in my room. But then it happened. So things like that. It was fine. It would have been helpful, but it was fine. And so that kind of stuff, that like, oh yeah, I should have done that. Should have like taped off the seats right behind where I stand, because the repair's like right behind where I stand. Just little things like that. So they did a really good job though, and it was great. It's gonna be really sad to be done, but also I'm gonna be so relieved to have my Wednesdays off and not to have to think about that. Anyway, so that went well. That is over, and I am just gonna chill out. It's like 7:30, and you know, I'm gonna be honest, after I spend, hi Nyla, hello. After I spend 11 hours at work, plus driving to and from, so 12 hours total, a little more than 12 hours, but you know, I really am just not in the mood to work on the business, honestly, because I'm like, I'm tired, and like performances are a lot. And so this is one instance where I am not planning to work tonight. I'm gonna eat my food. I gotta go find some food first. Eat my food, and I'm either going to go take a bath or I'm going to go and paint, but either way, I am not, would you stop? I'm not thinking about anything. I am not planning anything. I am not working on anything. I have a giant headache. I know you're like, Becca, you kind of headache every day. I know. It's called pollen. It's very prevalent at the moment. Yes, I am on allergy pills. They only help so much, but yeah. So I'm gonna just eat and I'm gonna chill. I was thinking on my way home, I was like, man, this has been a really terrible video because it has not been very helpful. Let me move this ball and see if that is why she's whining at me. What? You didn't even need me to move your ball. This dog. She's something else. Somebody sent me a picture of a dog and was like, this dog needs a home. You want it? And I was like, no. He was a cute dog, but I was like, mm-mm. Thinking on the way home that this has not been a very good vlog, because I was like, oh, I haven't done that much work, and I feel like I haven't imparted a lot of wisdom in this one. But you know, I wanted to film a video about balance this week, and I guess I filmed a video about balance this week, because we have some days where, you know, you come home and do all the things and it's great. You have some days like Tuesday where I came home and I did work and I also chilled out, but I kind of rearranged my schedule a little bit and like took a bath, and then I did work later. I have days like yesterday. Oh, I didn't even tell you about yesterday. Yesterday I didn't end up working at all because I went to start packing, and then it was like 9:30 and I was like, well, I'm not opening my computer to start a project at 9:30, so I didn't do that. So I'm behind where I want to be right now, but it just kind of is what it is, and that's unfortunately the reality of the part-time, you know, side hustler. Is to a point. There's a lot you can schedule and there's a lot you can plan. You know, I know I'm going to do emails on Thursday mornings, and I know I'm going to get this done, and I know I can count on a few hours in the evenings, but I don't know which evenings every week. And so like, you can plan and you can work and you can be disciplined, but at the same time you have to just be realistic sometimes and be like, okay, there is an amount of life, especially if you don't live, you know, by yourself, that just, it is what it is. Or, you know, different days, especially teaching, is a really hard job. So like, it's just not the same every day. So that's my inspirational message for you. I'm gonna go take my heels off and take my contacts out and go find some food. So thank you for watching. Leave your balance tips down below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.